Folks, today we're here in Sevierville, Tennessee, here on exit 407, and there's a new camping world out here. We're gonna go in there, we're gonna see what kind of camping stuff they have. We're also gonna check out some of their RV and trailers. Dawn, are you ready?
I'm ready, let's do it.
Let's do this. We're here on exit 407, and there's the Buc-ee's sign on the other side of the highway. And we are here at Camping World. So it's a beautiful day in the Great Smoky Mountains. And of course, we've been thinking for a long time, kind of dreaming of getting an RV. We've been leaning more towards trailers now. I think a trailer would fit us more. That way we can leave the trailer behind and go on adventures, or, you know, it makes sense, I guess, right? But we're also gonna check out some of the camping gear they have in there. You know, they always have really great solar setups. And what do you want in an RV?
Something you can stand up in and use the bathroom or take a shower.
So Dawn
That's
has
the three basics.
So Dawn has a lot of things, a lot of creature comforts that you want in an RV or a camper. I just want to get out into nature. We love to travel, and I think a camper would do good for us. We could save some money on hotel costs. But then again, with upkeep and maintenance and insurance and all that other stuff on a camper, would you come out about the same? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of a thing. But we're gonna go in, we're gonna see what it's about today. Maybe we'll find something. Maybe we're just kicking tires, or in this case, campers at that. Let's head inside. So I know they've been open for a while. Not exactly sure when they open, but this is our first visit. Yeah, they're open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and 5 o'clock on Sundays. All kinds of great camping equipment. I've seen these on Amazon. I don't know. What do you think about that?
I feel like I'm in a swing set.
You feel like you're in a swing set? I do like these chairs here. Yeah, they're nice and big and super comfy. $89, not too badly priced. We have a set and they do us good, but we're always looking for an upgrade. But they have pretty much everything you need for an RV. I'm gonna need one of these mats. They're $84 here. I got some wheel covers in case you're sitting in one spot for a long time. The sun can damage your tires, or just the weather can damage. Here's one for the rear spare tire on a camper. And we have a Blackstone for camping. That one there's a lot bigger than ours, but the one we have serves us good. It's usually just Dawn and I camping. Propane covers, propane tank, $64 for an empty tank. It's nice to know they have Mr. Heater things here. And Dawn took off, but they do have some picnic table covers on sale for $5.59. Got some star-spangled tablecloths, little campers. And these ones here are the good quality ones. They're heavy duty. I told you Dawn would be over here looking at these tablecloths. And there's so many things for an RV. It's almost intimidating. When I was growing up, my dad always had a camper, and we always went camping. It's a lot of fun, but I also remember a lot of the maintenance and a lot of the expenses and everything else. You're paying for them when they're just sitting there. You know, buying an RV or a camper is a big decision. You know, you got to consider everything. You got to winterize it. You got to put enzymes in the tank. You got to use certain chemicals so you don't kill enzymes. There's just a lot of different things you got to do. You got to polish it and keep the outside kept. But all the maintenance and everything aside, camping is a way of life. It's a lot of fun, and Something that we're thinking about. And they got washers and dryers. Some of these campers can get kind of ridiculous in a way. It's like you're living in your home. It's almost like the ones you get for your house.
Yeah.
And they have everything to hitch you up. You get it, Dawn? Everything to hitch you up.
Mm-hmm. You think this is for a tail hitch?
Yeah, it's just to...
put it on the top of the bowl?
Yeah, something like that. We didn't have internet in our RV when we used to camp growing up. And they... now that's a thing. You got to have your internet in there. You got to have your routers and everything else. I think we had a TV, it was probably a TV VCR was the thing, you know what I'm saying? One of the ideas I have for camping is to go off-grid camping, go off-road. And solar panels could be a big thing for us, especially, for power. And we can put up an array of solar panels and soak enough energy through the day to get us through the night. That's, a lot to think about. And you can get your DirecTV or your Dish Network. In case the solar's not working, you got to have a generator. And if I were to have a generator, I would probably get a Honda. These things here kick butt. And the fun part about camping is you can have little parties and you can decorate for them. You have little flamingos. Yeah.
Campers, peppers, and cactuses.
Oh, Dawn. Not the pineapple stuff.
Right side up.
We looked inside. They got a lot of really cool stuff in there. We didn't get anything right off the bat. We wanted to go out back and take a look at the campers. And I asked the guy, I said, can we go out and take a look? And he goes, well, you have to go check in. I said, okay, because before we've walked around the lots, and usually you ask someone and they'll let you go and look around the lot. Well, here they wanted us to check phone number, and they have to have a sales associate follow you around. And I said, no, because what's going to happen is they're going to, they're going to take you around. It's kind of like you're going to be very highly pressured. And the salesmen in there looked like they were going to be high pressured salesmen. In fact, I kind of seen him talking to one couple over there, and he's like, oh, it looks good on you. And I just like, I really do want to look at the RVs. I want to, kind of browse, but I don't want to get home and then get phone calls every other day. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be high pressured. I kind of just want to go through, take a look. So we decided not to look at the RVs here. I mean, I just think it's too much, to be honest with you. It felt like it was like they were trying to do a timeshare on you, literally. It felt like it looked like it felt like a timeshare, right? So now we're over here at A&L RV, and we've been here before. So this would be the right size for us here. No bow, no boundaries. Yeah, that looks cool, doesn't it? Yeah, so this is like actually perfect for us.
Shower.
So you got a little kitchen off to the side here. And then this is what you want the mostly, right? The little
shower. And there's a closet door or something.
And this is the toilet.
Okay.
So as soon as you walk in, right?
You need them.
Yeah, and then you got a freezer. Well,
let me get out of the way so you can.
And that's a decent sized bed. And it does convert into the dining area, and I think it might even turn into like a couch. Air conditioning, TV. Yeah, this is something that's, something about our size, what I'm thinking of. This would be on the high end. I don't know what the cost though. I think this is probably somewhat expensive.
It's even got its own cutting board.
Yeah.
And there's more cover space above the bed.
It's like a pizza peel almost, right? Yeah, there's the microwave down there.
Covered space. Now I'm standing back here. There's covered space over top of the bed too, for your clothes or something.
This shower is actually quite big. Got a little, you know, a little sunroof or whatever, right?
Is that like waterproof?
It's just, yeah, it's like a shower curtain. Keeps the water in there. Yeah, pretty much
I
everything.
almost want to like stand in that just to see if I'm tall enough. Or not tall enough for
Yeah. So, this is perfect for 2 people, right?
Yeah.
Any more than 2, but that's all it's gonna be is just us 2, right? Maybe if we have anybody else, we'll have to figure that out, right? It's 2,889 pounds. It's got a 315-pound hitch weight. You could really do some off-roading in this, couldn't you? Got a little awning here where you can, you know, put your little mat out there, your chairs, and just relax. It's a single axle. You got the propane hook up there. Water. Oh, wow. Limited time only, a 400-watt solar package on board. So you can do a little solar. You can do has little solar going on.
I wonder if the solar's already up.
Yeah, it's up there on the roof. Yeah. Got the spare tire down there. A spare tire, propane. Got some springs there. Looks like it's independent. Yeah, definitely for like off-road. No boundaries. I think we looked at this particular one before. Yeah, so the folks here were super cool. They just said, go ahead and enjoy. Take them all in. And that's cool. That's cool. Because we just wanted to check things out today. I don't want to be pressured. We want to leisurely look at. But yeah, this is a great place here. So this is a TLRV.
This one's tiny. You have to take a dump.
Now this one here has got more room. Did you say dump?
A dump and a shower at the same time because it's a wet shower. Like there's no room.
So it's what they call a wet bath.
Yeah.
So you could tell that the build of this is just a tad bit more, I wouldn't say cheaper, but it's more like
This one's open.
lightweight.
Yeah.
But I do like that it's opened.
Yeah, I like the more like openness.
Yeah.
And there's no cupboard space.
Yeah.
That was a cupboard, I guess.
Well, I think it's where you put the microwave in. Or, yeah, I mean, you can have a microwave put in.
Here's the refrigerator. This is a little refrigerator. For 2 people, I don't think you need a lot.
Yeah. Now, this here would also be perfect for us, too. This here is small, you know, I mean, because we're looking for something for just pretty much us. But I like the fact that
it's like a desk you can edit or you can eat.
I know. I was thinking about
a bar.
I was thinking about editing.
And you got your window for a view of whatever it is outside.
This is a possibility, right? For, you know, a small little trailer. So this is what can pull this particular trailer. And it's a 2,000-pound travel trailer. It's 2,000 pounds. 6-foot interior height, which I'm comfortable in here at 6 foot. Yeah, sport utility, 3,000. So this here could be pulled by smaller vehicles. So this here could possibly be, you know what I'm saying? And you got your heat, all that. So this is called a Rove Light Classic by TLRV. I'm not familiar with this builder. And there's 2 of them that are, I'm assuming they're alike. But they got this one over here. Now this one here is on aluminum frame. And this one here looks more fancier. You know, and it's a little bit higher. And I also noticed it's got a solar panel on the roof. So this is more like the one we've seen out front. It's a little more off-road, right?
It seems like it's a little bit bigger.
Yeah. Because here you got like your standard axle. But over here you have the great big off-road axle.
I think they're a little bit bigger in size, this one is. Than that one.
Yeah, this one is. So I would check this one out because this one is different.
Did you see the stairs?
Yeah, that's good. Those are very sturdy.
We need stairs.
What are you laughing about?
That?
It's a wet bath.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like there's your... You can do everything at once, right?
Mm-hmm. And it's near.
So
kind of like a full-length mirror. You can see yourself.
It's got bunk bed. So this one here is like if you had a bigger family, especially like a family of 4, this one here would work out great. But you don't need that. You can push that up. I mean, it will. You know, I mean, it kind of will lock up or something.
Does this pull out then?
Yeah, it's probably a bed down there.
Oh, okay, it does.
But
and I think that might convert to a bed.
Yeah.
I want top bunk.
Well, no, I mean, this is the bed over here. This will be the main bed. But it's also your dining room.
Now, there is cupboard space in here, but they got the fishnet things.
Yeah.
So don't bounce out.
RV refrigerators that run on propane and electric can be very expensive to replace. I know my dad had to replace one. But these here are just a standard one. So it runs off pretty much electricity. And if you do, you know what I'm saying? If it stops working, you could pretty much go to a Home Depot in a way to replace it. So that's what you got to think about, you know, because I was saying earlier, parts for RVs can cost a lot of money. So whenever you can use just regular items, or they built them, you know what I mean, everyday items. Now this one here, yeah, I mean, this one here is cool too, you know. Has your air conditioning up here. I'm assuming there's heat down there. What do you think about something like this?
This one's a little bit bigger, and there's a little bit more room in here. You could use the top bunk for like storage if you had to.
Yeah,
suitcases in there.
To be honest with you, I probably wouldn't need that. You know what I'm saying? Like, all we need is this here. We wouldn't need the bunk bed.
Like, if you wanted to sit on the couch, you'd have to fold that up.
So that's what happens. It locks up here. That's what it does.
It doesn't fold up?
Well, it folds. Yeah, it folds up, but I'm not going to fold it. We wouldn't really need that. Mm-hmm. But it's going to be there if you buy it. So, but it has a. But the other one, the one out front, the fancy one out front, it had the toilet and the shower separate. That was really cool too, as well. Yeah, I think I would have to get a vehicle to match those rims. Yes, and getting one of these would require us to have a different vehicle to pull it. The little yellow Jeep just couldn't do it. So the one next to it is different because it's got a slide out. See how it slides out?
Yeah.
So it gives you more room.
And this whole back wall is like a one big bathroom.
Oh my goodness, that's a huge.
A shower, and look at the toilet. It's got like a kid's.
Yeah, so it's got definitely a bigger bathroom, which to me is.
That's a big bathroom.
And now this one here would be more for like 2 people.
Yeah.
You know, because it had the bunk beds.
I'm guessing this folds into a bed.
But the slide, I'm not really keen with slides, but I think when the slide is in, it's not much space. Yeah. So you don't really need that slide out.
It slides in with the whole back wall slide in? Or?
It slides in this way.
Oh.
So whatever this is, if it slides in, so the counter is going to come out to here. So you'll still be able to walk through it. It'll just be a little tight.
Is the shower slide in too?
So I'm assuming it's going to come out to about here. This is just a barn door like. And this one here's got a price on it. Yeah, so this one here is $33,368, and I'm assuming they'll probably deal off that price. Yeah, so that's the slide there. It's not bad of one, and you can still use it if the slide is in. But you know, sometimes slides can be problematic too. We had a slide, I think, on my dad's. My dad had like 2 huge slides on his fifth wheel that would go all the way out. And one got like kind of, I don't know, crooked somehow. The motor didn't, I don't know, something happened. And it was an ordeal. These ones here could be towed with a smaller vehicle. You know, but not the other Jeep. No, you can't tow it with the other Jeep. This one here is 2,346 pounds dry and 3,500 pounds gross. And so this one here is called Avenger LT, Primetime Avenger LT. Oh wow, so you have a huge bed as soon as you walk in. So you have the dinette here. I like the fact that there's a lot of room in here. You know what I mean? It's not cramped. You don't feel cramped. And then you have bunk beds. So for us, that's kind of a waste of space, right?
Yeah.
But I guess you could take them out and maybe utilize that. I don't know about doing that. Oh, it's got a nice shower. This bathroom has a lot of room in it. I like the skylight up there. I do like the French door refrigerator. It's got a...
Oh, it pulls out.
Yeah. The grill top is nice too. It's a propane, obviously. You got the microwave.
A big old sink. I think it's good. But if you're going camping, like, I think I want to use paper plates and stuff.
Well, yeah, you would.
Less dishes.
So they are getting a little more heavier as we're getting over this way. And before long, you'll have to even up the game in what kind of vehicle you're going to pull it with too, as well. This one here looks premium. Looks fancy. You can tell by it's like a fiberglass shell instead of the aluminum. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. So this one here is called the Platinum Salem. Oh wow! So now you're getting into more of a premium. I noticed that the fabrics are looking more, you know what I mean? The table's kind of got like a fake marble look to it. And refrigerator. Yeah, it comes with some goodies like, something to hang up your jackets.
It's a big freezer.
It is. That's an RV, I believe. Yeah, it's your RV. Microwave. Yeah, so the kitchen area is not too bad. Oh yeah, you can tell the drawers are a little better quality.
Shower and then the toilet across from it.
So they're separated.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if I like the wet bath thing. I think I would rather have something separated.
I like them separated.
You know what I'm saying? I just think it's more convenient. I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you have to use the bathroom and you don't wipe up the floor of the wet bath, you're going to get wet socks, right? Or something like that. And there's always going to be some water that's going to come out of somewhere and get you wet. So I think one thing I would want if we had a bathroom is to have them separated, right? Or at least, you know what I mean? And this one here is on a slide. The slide is in at the moment, but you can see the bed here. You could still use it going down the road. It just, gets just a little more challenging. You won't be able to get to these drawers if it's in. And they are getting heavier as we go. But then you could go this route and have it all in one, which is very appealing, and this here is pretty cool. This here would be like the ultimate, right? I don't know if it's open. We could check to see if it's open. Yeah, so this here is brand new. This is a brand spanking new. It's on a Chrysler, a Dodge chassis, and now things are going to get pricey. This here is a whole new level. The quality is just outstanding. Has a bathroom, I think, way in the back.
I just wanted to peek in.
Yeah, you're talking quite a bit of money for these. You can just see all the pollen. The pollen's really bad. The back door opened, and there should be a bathroom, right there. And a shower, be a wet bath. The very back of that camper van, that Class B. And this is a way to go. I mean, this is really the way to go. It's got everything. You can pull it into somewhat a parking spot. They're not overly big. I bet you it's at least $200,000, maybe a little less. It's over 100 at least, well over 100. Dawn, there's a bike rack for your bike. We had all kinds of campers growing up. In fact, one of them was a little micro mini that we went all over the United States, and it was just a little thing, but it was perfect. Then my dad got into fifth wheels, and that's a whole new level. It's like living in a house almost. And they're fun, but the bigger you get, the more there is to deal with, right? Well, let's go ahead and take this one. This one here is huge. Now, my dad's was like a 36, I don't know. It's like a 36 footer or a 38. Take a look at this.
Look at this.
Yeah, so that's the cool thing about fifth wheels is that you feel like you're at home. Now, if you're a traveling nomad that moves consistently, this is probably not for you because there's a lot of setup and takedown. But if you're going to stay at one place for like a month and then move to another place, this would be perfect. And you feel like you're just in a home. I mean, isn't it crazy?
Look at the couch.
It's
huge.
Look at all the couches. Look at all the space, you know? You can have all your friends over.
And did you notice the TV in here?
Yep. That's like a 40-inch little fireplace. And take a look at this kitchen. Now, do you even call this camping at this point? Is this still considered camping?
Luxurious camping. I would call this if you're going to live in a full-time.
Not full-time.
Full-time, you're wrong. Yeah.
They're not really designed for full-time, but these are for like you're staying, like you're going to Florida for 6 months. This is what you would have, right? Yeah. You know, but now my dad's had the center island just like this. It was raised as you went up towards the front, just like this. So this actually reminds me exactly of his, except for he had carpeting. His had carpeting throughout, which I actually like this better.
I'd rather not have the carpeting.
Yeah, this is the way to go. And there's nothing worse but taking your fifth wheel to the beach and everybody drags in the sand. They got plugs and USBs on both sides of the cook area. This is kind of like a mud closet. This is where you put your jackets, your boots down there.
Yeah, they got hooks in there.
Yeah. You put your boots and shoes down there, your socks in there. And we're going to go up to the second level. Yeah, so here's the shower. Yeah. Set up almost the same as the one that we had. And the master bedroom. It's kind of dark up here. Obviously don't have no power. What do you think of this?
It's big, it's spacious. You could live in this if you had to.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Big TV. Another fireplace down here. Air conditioning throughout. Heat. Here's a little closet. So which one do you want now?
I like the big one, but I don't have nothing to pull it with. So
Yeah, that's the problem with the fifth wheel. You got to have a big old diesel, literally.
You don't want something this big, but it is nice. But we're not doing full time.
So that fifth wheel was a Columbus, and I wonder what this weighs. I got to find a... Yeah, so now you're talking about a whole different vehicle. Big old diesel. You know, you got to have the fifth wheel. You know, you got to have... It's a lot. It's a lot. But if you could do it, yeah, not so bad, right? Something you don't want to be towing around every single day, but maybe once a month or every so many months, you know, move it to another location. Great big old Winnebago. Now this here is a Class A. It's a big old bus, something that Dolly would appreciate. Of course, Dolly's on the road all the time, or was at one time. Yeah, so this here is a Class A. It's got a slide out. And it is used. This is used. Big old king size bed back here.
Yeah. They got like a mirror. Look at the closet. It's got a big old mirror on it.
You know, it's got like a full size. It's got a full size refrigerator in here.
And the sink's over there, toilet, shower.
I mean, I wouldn't complain about having this, but it's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. This one here is super heavy duty. It's an M2 106 Plus. Yeah. It's got everything. It's got satellite. It's got everything in it. So this here is super, super plush, super deluxe, leather interior. It's got an over cab bed. My dad's Micro Mini had an over cab bed. I used to sleep up there. A lot of memories.
I noticed there's a lot of table space in here. There's a pull-out table too, like a cutting board maybe.
Yeah, just a little more counter space.
And if you're sitting here, you can swivel this in and out, so you can have your food and watch TV.
Oh.
If you had a TV in here.
There's a TV right there behind you.
Okay, there it is.
And it probably slides out, or comes out into the walkway.
This is a big shower and bathroom. I like the stainless steel sink.
Oh. So there's a lot of slides. This here is very plush. Now you're definitely glamping in this as well. I imagine there's onboard generators. It's got heat coming up through the floor. Yeah, it definitely sits on like a truck or a semi frame or a bus frame. But that'd be the way to do it as well. And I'm assuming it's got a pretty hefty price tag. This is a park model, something that you would take to one place and leave it for an extended period of time. It'll be more like a home.
It looks like a trailer.
It's kind of like if you buy, a piece of property up north on the lake and you don't want to build a cabin, or maybe you can't, or it has some kind of restrictions like no permanent structures. It's got to be movable. I've also been looking at these little guys here, these little teardrops. Sometimes they come with a bathroom. It was a lot of fun taking a look at all this and getting an idea. Now, in all reality, kind of looking for like a teardrop, something simple in a way. First one we've seen, the one in the parking lot, is the one that we like the best. We feel that it fits our needs the best. And we like it that it has the shower and the toilet separate. It's got a nice little cooking area, refrigerator, and a nice bed, nice comfy bed up there. So all in all, this is the one I think we like the most. But yeah, I'll look more into this. I'll look more into the pricing of this. It's called No Boundaries. I don't know. But this one here is the one that kind of stayed with us. And I have a feeling, because it's very well put together, I have a feeling it's very expensive. That's just the way. I'll go back and look at it and find out they're like $100,000. But man, this is the one. So it's always fun to look. We did find one we really liked and kind of got our wheels turning. That was the one there at the beginning and the end. The very first one, right? Go figure. I felt that one there fit everything we need.
I'm glad we got to walk around and look at them, and some were really impressive and some were...
Also, in RV, you do have to remember, you got campground fees, hookup fees, you got insurance.
It might be cheaper to just get a hotel.
Well, that's what I'm trying. You know what I mean? You got payments. You got,
Yeah.
you know, you gotta, you know,
The water.
it's always nickeling and diming you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a hose for this. You gotta have a special plug for that. You know what I'm saying? The hose split. You gotta buy that. You know, the air conditioning's not working. You gotta have someone look at that. And then it sits in your driveway for who knows how long out of the year. But when you add up all the costs of an RV, is it better just to go hotel it, right?
Yeah.
You know, of course, there's a lot to weigh up, and I think ultimately we always lean towards the side of no worries, just get a hotel room. You know what I'm saying? And do it that route. But man, we do have dreams of, you know, the RV and the camping. We did find ones today that fit the bill. That first one did fit the bill, or the last one, depending. Did fit the bill for all that, for what you wanted, for what I wanted. It was the, you know, the weight wasn't super heavy, so the vehicle that we tow it with doesn't have to be gargantuan. Doesn't have to be no big old diesel or, you know, or anything like that. So a lot to think about, you know. But folks, that's gonna do it for today. Just a little video, just a little fun video to get the gears turning. We are getting ready to do some camping in the future, you know, some outdoor stuff. Either it will be in a tent or maybe that thing over there, right? Maybe ultimately that thing, right? But folks, thank you so much for joining us on our little RV looking at adventure today. Now it's time for you to have your own. We love you. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.
Lord willing and the creek don't rise, they'll take you to see the countryside, driving all over Tennessee in their little yellow Jeep. You can come along wherever they go, all you gotta do is watch the show. So be sure you tune in. Don, would you do this again?